Good evening. We present the news summary. President Patrick Emini has delivered his first State of the Nation address before the National Assembly. He addressed several issues from health, housing, and the cost of living.
Addressing the issue of housing and land, President Emini announced that government has already secured the funding to construct more than 1,000 homes starting this year and remains firmly convinced that by 2030 it will be on track to complete 2,000 homes. And this year, the government will deliver at least 150 residential land plots, which will reduce the waiting list by at least one-third in the first year of its mandate, with plans to deliver additional plots in 2027. It will also resume land reclamation works to create more than 570,000 square meters of new land, including the preparation of ELOR for housing projects, schools, and infrastructure development, as well as to support the growth of small businesses. Addressing the cost of living, he expresses his assurance that the prices of essential commodities will decrease significantly during the course of this year. Government is also expanding the list of STT commodities to include 12 additional everyday products with the aim of stabilizing prices and protecting consumers. He says that in the same spirit, as from the 1st of next month, best fares will be reduced by 2 rupees from 10 rupees to 8 rupees, with a clear plan to introduce further reductions to 7 rupees in 2027 and 6 rupees in 2028. In the health sector, he announced that the government has already secured the funding for a new modern hospital. Construction will commence later this year. Concerning reparations for victims of atrocities committed during the 1977 coup d'etat and afterwards, he says his government has established the National Unity Committee to implement the recommendations of the TRNUC. It has set aside 20 million rupees in the 2026 budget to begin compensating the victims.
A three-bedroom house has been destroyed in a fire last night at English River. According to the Fire and Rescue Services Agency, SFRSA, they were alerted to the incident at around 10:48 p.m. Three fire trucks, including a water bowser and 9 firefighters, were dispatched to the scene. The firefighters were able to bring the fire under control within around 10 minutes, although it took them almost 2 hours to put out the fire completely. No major injuries have been reported. A house fire was also reported on Pralin yesterday. The Seychelles Defense Forces has intercepted another foreign fishing vessel engaged in illegal fishing within Seychelles waters. The vessel was intercepted yesterday in the Seychelles EEZ. Investigations revealed that the vessel was flagless, crewed by 6 Sri Lankan nationals and operating without authorization. Inspectors also discovered a large quantity of fresh and salted fish, including more than 200 sharks. The crew was transferred to a Coast Guard patrol vessel and the offending boat was sunk. The Ministry of Education and Human Resources Development has recognized a group of employees who have 25 to 30 years in service. Workers who have done 35 to 46 years of continuous service were also received Shell certificates and bouquet of flowers. The ceremony also recognized workers who officially retired. The event coincides with the celebration of International Education Day on January the 27th.
Each of you has contributed significantly to the effective functioning, stability, and progress of our ministry. You are the backbone, the quiet force, and the enduring legacy of our education system. I have seen firsthand the incredible resolve of those like you who work in education and the wider community to give every child the best possible start in life. Your passion and commitment are truly inspiring, and these honors are fitting tribute to your dedication and hard work. Your commitment has helped to build and uphold the foundations upon which our education system continues to stand. This ceremony is therefore not merely a recognition of longevity, but a celebration of values, loyalty, resilience, professionalism, and service to country.
Officials involved in risk and disaster management from Seychelles, Mauritius, and Madagascar took part in a 3-day training to acquire knowledge on a new platform to support disaster tracking and reporting. The system is called the Delta Resilience Platform and is expected to be launched in March of this year. It aims to minimize gaps in services pertaining to data collection and early system warnings in the face of a natural disaster. The training was organized with the support of the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction.
For Seychelles, the challenge of disaster data is not merely technical. It is also institutional and operational. While we experience recurring hazards, we continue to face gaps in timely data collection, consistency across sectors, and access to reliable historical records. Yet, these data are fundamental. Without them, our ability to assess risk, plan recovery, mobilize financing, and demonstrate progress under frameworks such as the Sendai Framework, the SDGs, National Adaptation Plans, and African Union commitments remains constrained. Effective disaster data management is not only about recording numbers. It is about enabling sound, evidence-based decision-making.